I would have crowned the city as mine. You cannot hold it.
It's Madden NFL 23, and we'll see Fred won. He picked up a sack last week as part of an 8-tackle game. It's the 49ers and the Rams, and it comes your way next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today we've got a week-8 matchup on tap here between the San Francisco 49ers and the Los Angeles Rams. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Rams team as they enter play. They come into this one 0-6 on the year, and really it's sort of just been one thing after another.
Coupled with they don't start very fast. The first quarter's really been an issue for them. They've got to learn to get out of the gates quicker in order to try and win some games.
On the other side of the field for the visiting 49ers, we're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
It really should. And what you have now is a full routine establishing about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. And here comes the Los Angeles offense and the man in charge of it in his second season with the team, 14th overall in what's been an impressive career for Matthew Stafford.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it in the middle of the schedule. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Holding offense.
So they will tread backward on the holding penalty.
And I know that they're going to get coached up and they'll get yelled at a little bit, but let's face it, it is hard not to do at the speed and pace that they play.
Now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee. That'll bring up second down. Charles, we see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back on the field in a hurry.
Brandon, I'm going to go ahead and age myself, but I'm going to ask you, when you were in high school and there were injuries, did you hear next man up from your coaches?
Well, you hear it every week now in the NFL, that's for sure.
You know, back when I played with dinosaurs roaming, you didn't hear next man up.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Trying to run forward with Pollard. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So on 4th down, this is punter Pat O'Donnell to kick it away. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. With his arm or his legs, their mobile QB.
Well, the silver lining from last week, he played phenomenally. Kept the ball clean and led them to the end zone several times. You know these NFL quarterbacks, though, they trade away all those touchdowns if it meant getting the win. That's his focus this week.
That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And now leaving with a second and just a few inches left. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage barely to 40 at the 39. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll look to throw for it. And he's going to have a Niners first down and comfortably so as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. The Niners at 3-4 on the year coming into play. They've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win. Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Off play action, Johnson to the side, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. First 30 nicely bit off. Pretty decent game. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. Johnson completes it to Samuel. And he's going to have a 49ers first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. Looking to throw. Johnson. And that is incomplete. Now the pass a little too good there. And it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Johnson. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. This is what you want to see from your rookie quarterback on an opening drive, Charles. He looks cool, he looks calm, he looks collected in marching them down the field. And Brandon, I just think the game continues to change and evolve because we're calling these guys rookies. But you know, they've thrown the football so much at a younger level now. Way more so than what we saw when guys came into the league when you and I came through. And also just the way, in particular to him, Charles, how he handles himself in meetings. Just so professional, mature. Looks like he's been in the league 5 years. Yeah, he cares about the game. He cares about his performance, and it's shown. McCaffrey going to take this down just short. Could not get the ball over the choke. 2nd and goal from the line. Again, McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers are on the board first on the road here in L.A. So that a great sequence for these guys to begin the ball game. They force the punt on one end and come right down the field and score on the other. And that's a great example of leaning on each other and building a little momentum that way. How about the defense forcing the punt? Turns it over to the offense with confidence, and they take it downfield and score. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Niners 7.
So that one a 13-play drive in total. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run for Christian McCaffrey. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And they'll start at the 25 as Brazil decides against returning. So the Rams coming back on the field, their 2nd drive of the game. They, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and come start.
And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Throwing again on second down. Stafford get this with the count complete. They'll give him 4 yards there. And now it's 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
3rd and 3.
Stafford looks to throw again. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. Now he takes this one down. In search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nailing over 20 yards. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10. Down at the 31. Pollard going to try the right side to the 27-yard line.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that, but I think you got to continue to try and run it, try and keep the defense honest.
I mean, or else I just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down.
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit that way, too.
Second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down.
Coverage by Charvarius Ward.
Stafford now to throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. 4th down, and we go from one man to another. Stafford heads off. Matt Gay gets set for the Rams field goal. Gay's kick is good. It's still trailing. It's 7 to 3. So
most quarterbacks you take was ended with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take, punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
No return for Ayuk. There's the touchback. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week they're coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have it.
He's got him in. Complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for a gain of 31.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process, and really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. After run, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Johnson, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But an alert 49er able to gain possession, so they will indeed hold on to the pigskin. So they keep the ball and work to do on 2nd and 1. Back to throw, Johnson. Oh, that'll be incomplete. They took a shot at the and it's going to be on 3rd down. Now on 3rd and 1, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
I see the surprise on the face there, Parker. That is a rare completion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
His percentage completion-wise way out here at that time. The kick by Gold is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
start at the 25 as Brown decides against returning. So a great football coming your way in prime time to wrap up the month of October. It starts tonight. Could it be a Super Bowl preview? The Packers and Bills from Buffalo at 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow, Halloween night, Monday Night Football. He's got a man complete. Touchdown. John Ross, his second touchdown of the season. And the Rams are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. One play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent. We're talking about explosive. 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn. Big time play, big time result.
13 apiece as the kicks away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 40 to 27. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of do this reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra Ks a day for the last time you're on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
And fight for the cover as the tackle is made at the 32. Johnson from the gun on 3rd down. The ball comes out on the head, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Coverage is awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion to bring up 4th down.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signal for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Rams are going offense here with a 1st and 10. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 22. Here's Stafford. That's in the hands of Tutu. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Stafford. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he goes out right around the 39. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And they're going to get this up to midfield. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
And it'll be taken down just shy of midfield. The Rams on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
3rd and 11.
Stafford. Open man is Ross complete. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell on now to punt it away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And they have the game here followed by the open date on the calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, certainly. Let's face it, they can get caught looking ahead to that couch time. While they're playing this one, they got to take care of business first.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll get only a couple onto the 22. These Rams and Niners met 3 times a season ago. The Niners had the Rams number in the regular season, winning 31-10 in Santa Clara. And then again 27-24 in overtime in the season's final week. But the Rams got the last laugh in the NFC Championship game with that 20-17 victory. Johnson now to throw on 3rd down. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
That's a big thing to tell you. After this one, it's I think it's safe to say that Crucial can get to anywhere.
He's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. So on 4th down, here's the Australian native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And bring the offense as they take over. LA set to take over again on offense. Last series, 4 a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Stafford's throw pulled in by Hopkins. And he gets us up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford. That'll be caught. It's caught. And he'll have a pass midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 41. Blitz coming and down he goes. Samson Abuka just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. And if you're wondering just how quickly that sack occurred, the next-gen stats tell us 2.6 seconds is all they had to throw the football. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for L.A. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized together each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Here's Johnson on 1st down. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Coming up at halftime, a little less than 2 minutes. We'll send you to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. He's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield.
Personal foul,
They may get
roughing the
15
passer,
more on top of
defense.
this.
Well, that's not one you see very often on Aaron Donald.
Automatic
because
first
we
down.
know he's not trying to do anything intentional, but that time, just a little too late for the officials' liking.
Now Johnson throwing in first down.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
He knows it. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. They try to throw it 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. They got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're not going to have to.
Now another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punter, and they will take over 1st and 10. Now this offense comes back out onto the field as we eat closer and closer to intermission. Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
He's good and complete. And they'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 35.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Stafford. Got a man open. It's Ross. And they are into field goal range now as he's got the first down at the 26. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On 1st and 10, Stafford. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. There he goes, right side. The 30, 10, 5, and into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6, and I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Goal to add the extra point. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17 to 10.
Makes the score Niners.
So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they'll start at the 25 as Bell decides against returning. Get a look at this offense led by Cooper Kupp as they make their way back onto the field, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but his shredding defense is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And the Niners get there and bring him down. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we sit here in our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, good work in that first half. More from you guys in a minute. But first, let's get to some scores right here on the day before Halloween. The New York Football Giants making the long trip to take on Seattle. And it's the Giants who have the lead as they approach halftime. A touchdown there for Saquon Barkley. Next, we head down to Houston to check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And they trail in that ball game to the visiting Tennessee Titans. Ryan Tannehill has thrown a touchdown pass. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities to check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Arizona Cardinals. Kyler Murray, as sharp as you can be throwing the football. 6 touchdown passes in the victory. We continue on with a check on the next-gen stats in that first half for the Niners. And even though they've got a halftime lead, they're likely devising ways as we speak to try and get a little more production from their passing game. Meanwhile, for the Rams, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half.
Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to his knee. Maybe he was there shy of there at the 23rd. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak on top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. And past the 40, Ferries out of bounds. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's rolling the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag run against someone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. 25 yards. And the Niners take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So an electrifying run there as he calls his own number and takes it all the way.
Brings a new dynamic to this offense, doesn't he? And right now I'm picturing the offensive coordinator, the head coach in their minds, drawing up some more running plays for this guy because he brings some excitement to this offense.
And just a young rookie, a lot of electricity yet to come in this career. And he'll start with the 25 as Brown decides against John Ross and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field. Good day for him so far here in the third quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but hey, it's the third quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, it means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. It's like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it down right now.
He's really sharp.
That's good.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard.
Number 20.
Make the tackle, Samson. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Back to throw, Stafford. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Samson Abukum in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
3rd and long, it's Stafford. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 27. A good return there, 17 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at the 45. Off the play fake, Johnson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball forward on its 2nd down.
He was defended by Jalen Ramsey.
And they run the option on 2nd down. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first.
1st down, San Francisco.
McCaffrey on the counter. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup.
Off play action, Johnson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure this way. This is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Johnson to throw on 2nd down. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. 7th play of the drive. On 3rd and 6.
7-yard gain on the play.
Looking to throw. Johnson. Throwing left side. It's complete. And the 49ers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Back to throw. Johnson, nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
The quarterback takes it.
2nd time in this game, Charles. The ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why.
Johnson, it's poke free. Football's out.
The quarterback is sacked.
Here to discuss red zone efficiency and not CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller.
And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. That ball popped free. We can hear it all the way up here. Those guys down the field loading up on the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on him.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
Start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles, if they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback. He's got a man, complete. So they hit Pander, but don't count it yet. There's one man on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about.
Holding, offense.
Take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. To throw is Stafford. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Now, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Just a pickup of a yard there. That won't help too much. They're left with a 3rd and forever now.
Brings up 3rd down.
Throwing is Stafford. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
That's pretty evident. That's not where you want to try to establish momentum ahead of a possible 4th-quarter comeback because you needed points there, at least something to build on for your next series. That was neither. Instead, it's a huge play for a defense that now has no doubt it can finish this game off.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. Here's McLeod on the return. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with this 3rd down play as we play through. Back now here on EA Sports. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter. The Niners on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 11. Looking to throw. Johnson. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. And the defense coming from 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
How many times do we talk about a sack as a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off for all game long.
So a change of possession here on the punt. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
They'll drop this underneath to Pollard. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. From the 50 at Stafford. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now. I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout. And all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
That'll be caught by Cobb. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackle. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Again at Stafford. Through the contact, it's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
A 49-yard attempt.
And Gay knocks this one through. And that'll get the deficit back to 16. I think you can argue they needed to get back to that two scores, and they did indeed do that, but still.
Still got to take 2 touchdowns to get back into it. As you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. With 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs to keep up with your theme there. Playing keep away. First downs, they can't touch the ball.
Johnson now looking to throw on second down. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. It'll be a gain of just a yard. Third and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Lines up and lets it go for Samuel. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to go third down. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. The LA offense ready for this next possession. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Stafford. On the deep ball.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Desperation time for Stafford on fourth down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. No loss for the Rams as they fail here on fourth down. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. The drive will start with an option going left. And he's going to push his way down about the 20. They'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
I know that every now and then we get those meetings with coaches and you always roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule? Fourth quarter. No doubt about it because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
out wide here to McCaffrey. And the Niners are going to have first and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
And looking to put this game in the place in the fourth quarter. Still not afraid to throw as I showed there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. Back to throw. Johnson. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Niners look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle to complete a touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there. And let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
And they'll start at the 25 as Brown decides against returning it. L.A. readies for its next possession. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter. Meanwhile, Stafford's throw here hauled in by Cup. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. There's Stafford. He finds his man, complete. That's Ross. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 50-yard line.
Stafford. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught.
He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 2, Stafford. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. To the air again, Stafford. Over the middle and complete to the tight end, Higbee. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's another Rams first down.
On 1st down, Stafford here. Throw left side, complete to Cup. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
And 3 yards to go.
There's Stafford. And he's got it. That's Cup for a Ram touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab.
Previous play is under review.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So they called it a touchdown. Originally, this would stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Stafford's going to try and throw for it. He's got it. So they give it to two. Gives it a slam. So it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a two-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion. Because you may need multiples throughout out a ball game, there's a great example right there.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now, 3rd and long. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Johnson throwing on 4th down. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's taken down inside the 30. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. That one looks like he'll throw here. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Well, they've certainly spread the ball around so far. They're definitely getting everyone involved now. They're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. This will be played on the 7 on the drive. 3rd and long. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25.
Quarterback sack. Awesome.
As you think about this victory, pretty impressive. They came in facing one of the top defenses in the National Football League. Not only did they get the win, they played a clean football game, didn't have any turnovers against that great defense.
Yeah, that's a terrific observation because you know they emphasize ball security, wanted to avoid making any major mistakes playing against that tough defense, and they were turnover-free and took points when they were available. Excellent execution, and they did it confidently.
So for the Niners, they level their mark at 4-4 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Rams, it's yet another loss as they've started out now 0-7. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs.